why not do that though? Wouldn't it have to be that you're afraid of rejection?
Well, listen, I think it could be two things. It could be you're afraid of rejection, and you just know that what really is the point. I mean, you know what? I think to give you reason though, the point is to get a conclusive answer, and it could be practiced so that the next time you do, you know, rejection is something that you've experienced before and you can do it again.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole idea behind this really is that, I mean, you want to get over rejection because rejection is kind of irrational, isn't it? You know, like, it doesn't actually take anything away from you if she just said, no, I'm not interested in you.
It doesn't take anything away from you. Expand on that.
What does it take away from you?
Your pride.
Your pride.
It's your ego.
Sure, I mean, yeah, all that's true, but that's your problem, wouldn't you say? Isn't your ego your problem?
Yeah, it's your ego. Yes.
Yeah. So wouldn't you want to get rid of your ego?
I think you'd want to be humble. Yes.
You'd want to be humble.
You'd want to be humble. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the truth in essence is you didn't approach that girl not because you thought that there's a slight chance it wouldn't work or nah. It's really because you're afraid of rejection for egotistical reasons.
So does that mean, in your opinion, do you think guys go into pickup with girls that they have presumably no chance with? Like, do you think any guy goes into this thinking, you know, I'm gonna get her? Like, I feel I look good, you know, she looks good. She might be in my league. I'm gonna go with her because I feel like I have a 75% chance of getting her. Or do you think it's just like, you know, I don't seem like I have a chance, but she looks good. Why not take the risk?
Yeah, that's the thing, though. My concern is most guys would go on this, you know, percentage type stuff that you just pulled up here, because people would amp up their confidence in order to actually get it to do that, stuff like that. But I think the optimal position to be in is that it's not a risk, because in reality, it's not a risk. What is the risk? What's going to happen to you if she says, no, I'm not interested in you? There's 1,000 interpretations of what that could mean. And either...
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, it could mean... I mean, there's many reasons she could not be interested, right? She doesn't even know you that well.
That's one.
Yeah, so that could be on her, maybe not you. Who knows? If she got to know you, she might have been interested. Two, you know, she might not be in the place where, you know, or maybe she wanted you to try harder. Or stuff like that, whatever, you know, chase harder, and some girls just want that. I mean, there's so many reasons that could happen. Three, maybe she's just in like a more childish mind state. I mean, not every girl's like mature or anything. Where she's not ready to date like a responsible guy who, you know, and she just wants to have fun with, you know, a bad boy and stuff like that. That's not on you. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So there's so many interpretations that the no doesn't actually mean anything. And the no is just the no. And in whatever interpretation you choose, you kind of can solve it. If you say, oh, I think she said no because I'm not wealthy enough, which I don't think is necessarily the truth. You could work on gaining wealth. Like, or, yeah, I mean, there's just no, not that I'm not afraid of it, but there's no good reason to be afraid of rejection.
So that example you mentioned, let's say the girl says you're not wealthy. Because you got rejected for the reason of wealth, that's going to motivate you more to become wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Like, maybe you could feel like you're wealthy enough, but maybe she just wants more wealth because she is just more fancy and everything. And then you could even think to yourself, is that the kind of girl I actually want? Do I want a girl who is like a spendthrift and wants to, you know, just blow cash crazily? And be like, maybe no. She's cute and everything, but, you know, that tendency is something I wouldn't be able to work with. And then you look for a girl who is, you find more reasonable, you know, spending rates. Yeah, I feel like rejection is really just an ego game. That's what it is. Like, it's not a real thing. I mean, like, how many, let's say you say this girl, this girl doesn't reject you and you go into a full-blown relationship with her. Now you're dating her and everything. What's to say this is going to last and you wouldn't break up sometime? What's to say she's the one? What's to say you, after you got to know her, wouldn't be the one who did reject her? Nothing is to say any of those wouldn't happen.
I mean, the last one seems pretty unlikely, but.
I mean, I could even say a girl could reject a guy because she thinks down the line the guy is going to reject her.
What?
Yeah, a girl would think, yeah, I'm pretty and everything, but maybe I'm not that smart. This guy looks like, he's about his business and everything, and I don't know, if I give him a chance and he got to know me better and whatever, I could fall for him and now he would be like, nah, this girl is just dumb.
Oh, no, that's interesting. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. That's interesting. It's yeah, I don't know.
You think that's just unlikely?
I think that's unlikely. I can believe it to a certain extent, but yeah, I don't know about that. I do not know about that.
I mean, most girls have experience, being into a guy, and then the guy loses interest, and that's something they want to avoid. So there is that tendency to not try to go in for the guy who, they feel could also lose interest. I feel, yeah.
So in that case, that means the girls, because I think this is a classic thing that most of our woof alpha males say. The girls want the guy that every girl wants. So I guess what you're saying kind of debunks that.
The girl wants the guy that every girl wants.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think so.
Okay.
I think the girl wants the guy that every girl wants, or the guy who looks like he can get every girl. Like, you don't necessarily need to be around the girl, but I feel like really the most important thing it boils down to is like, well, I think it's really, and someone said that the number one trait that repulses women is neediness. So if you're just super unneedy and you just really don't feel like you need the girl per se, and for you this is just like it's like, what percentage of her life do you put her as, right? If, let's say, yeah, she would improve your life 20%, and I think that's a reasonable percentage that you can actually hope for in a relationship. Sure, but when you think it's going to be 50 or something like that, she can immediately tell that you're going to need her more for stuff than she
needs you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could definitely agree with that. It's like either it's like 50-50, or it's more the girl needs the things than the guy is. I don't think any girl wants it to be, the guy needs them like for everything.
That's true. But in reality, I think a girl's like could aid your life maybe 15 to 20%.
Yeah. No, I can.
Yeah. Everything taken into consideration. If you have your health in check, you have like your dream. You have so many of your things fixed up in life. She only really brings like 15% to the table. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, every girl's different as well. So it's a generalization. It might be different in some circumstances, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. So in that case, I guess to sum it up, you can do pick up anywhere, basically.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. I clearly do not agree, but that's the great thing about conversation. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, let us know in the comment section, and that's pretty much it for Big Brain Energy today. Is there anything else you want to add, Sage?
No. Just try to share the video, get your friends on the Big Brain wave.
Get them on the Big Brain rate. Maybe they'll be able to do some pickup at a funeral, liven up some things in their life. Anyways, we're out. Thank you, people. Take it easy.